A new bill was signed into law last month to help sexual assault victims in Minnesota. It requires all sexual assault kits to be tested if a victim signs a release, and now mandates that those kits are stored for up to 2.5 years.
ABC 6 News reporter JACLYN Harold is live with us here tonight in the studio. JACLYN, how does this affect the way that Olmsted County dealt with evidence like this prior to the bill?
Lauren Ross, before this bill was passed, an officer or the sexual assault nurse that gathers the evidence had the power to decide whether or not a kit was sent to the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. What I've learned today is that power is now back in the hands of the victim.
When a woman claims she is sexually assaulted, the road to getting evidence and getting the evidence to court was sometimes frustrating.
For the longest time, or at least for as long as I've been in the Special Victims Unit here in the Rochester Police Department, all of the kits that we receive are sent unless the victim is adamant that they do not want their kids sent.
Prior to the bill, law enforcement and nurses had the ability to throw out sexual assault kits. Although the Rochester Police Department says that's not the way it handled kits, the new bill makes sure that power stays in the hands of victims across the state.
Any kits that we have, regardless of reason to send or not, are always going to be sent to the BCA for analysis.
This last year, we had about 550 sexual assault victims.
Laura Sutherland, the program manager of Victims Services, says the trauma of being sexually assaulted can cause victims to get scared and not pursue justice right away.
It just gives more time.
Something that Sutherland says most victims need in order to heal and process what happened. The bill mandates that tested kits be stored for up to 30 months. Previously in Olmsted County, they were stored for about 6.
While this has not been as large of an issue in our region, I think it will help to ensure much more uniformity across the state. And, clearly we need that for victims.
Money for all of this came from the recently passed bonding bill, and it will provide more BCA personnel to test the kits, which will eliminate the backlog, and some of the money will go towards creating a website that allows victims to track the status of their kits. A huge win for victims from what I've learned today. Live in the studio, JACLYN Harold.